Oh yeah, she's recording. Make sure you slam it forward into your windshield and break that. Hey, you want to hook the school bus up here and just yank it?
Been rocking out here for about 3 days. You don't see very many fastback LJs, and I've only wheeled with 2 other passengers in my my JKU once or twice. So I was like, don't need a back seat for those rare occasions. Let's keep a big 40-inch off the back, hanging off, getting stuck on stuff. So I wanted the tire in the back. So you eliminate the rear seat, easy enough. It's just a couple tracks. And then so had to fit a 40-inch tire into a LJ rear. And these are Cooper STTs Pros, which is pretty close to a true 40. It's like 39.5, not even aired up all the way. So then we custom made that. We'll show that in a little bit. But so fastback design, we really just wanted some of it looked cool, but wasn't like any of the other fastback designs that we've seen. Because there's only like 3 makers. It's all custom cages really that you see them. Then you have to get a support bar here to really just give the support. Now, if we really want to be really safe, you try to support this beam, but with getting a tire in there, since there's no passengers or anything, we just need to really support the cabin where the 2 people are going to sit. And so that's where you're going to see a lot of the support. So these are Poison Sputter A-pillar builders. They just hug the dash really nicely. You unbolt all these bolts, you pop it in when you bolt it in, and then you drill a hole and bolt this in. We're going to do that after the cage is powder coat, because in case it shifts position at all. Then you got a weld support beam up here, then goes to the main hoop, and then this is just a giant U shape. That's where we started. You'll see that in the slow-mo. And then so with the bolt, the behind the seats bar for the harnesses, you want to get an X shape to that to support that, because this main hoop, in the event that you're rolled onto your top, you're completely upside down. You want to make sure that this hoop does not crumple, because that's your life protector. And so you try to get an X. Unfortunately, I couldn't spread it very far because I'm going to hit my head with my seats all the way back, because that's kind of how I drive. So we had to keep it closer inside in between the 2 seats in the center console. It looks really cool this way. Not as safe, but it's definitely safer than nothing. The tabs up here, the typical 2 bars across. Didn't want to do an X because, again, I'd hit my head if I hit a bounce or something. And then this is all 1 3/4 inch DOM tubing, but this is a 1 inch DOM tubing for the grab handle. We figured that'd be a little bit easier to grab a hold of for people with smaller hands, or just to hold up here all day while you're trail riding. Then we made this crossover support beam. Flip that up here. And that's just really it's more support for these towers, because you've got a lot of pressure going to that individual tower, and it's only got support from the frame side. And so we just wanted to add a little bit of cross beam. It's pretty big for the race community, although I won't be racing this anytime soon. We just thought it might as well support a little bit. Finally got my Genrite twisted pitman arm on. That took a little bit of doing, and because I'm not running a body inch lift, I had to remove the radiator, and now we're going to try to get a short radiator that's really wide. So we've been screwing with that. You'll notice that the track bar is finally in. So we fixed the leaning with it issue. It's not completely centered yet, but at least we can roll it a lot easier now. We threw on these support beams with a Genrite track bar kit. You know, they help a little bit structural, but it's more so just for looks, we figure. And yeah, and then we'll show this inside of the spare tire here.
Oh yeah.
We didn't, you know, it was easy. Like, we could have connected it to the this lower beam here, and that was the original idea. But when we started looking at it, and it was just gonna eat up so much space with tubing running across here, and so we decided to just screw into the body and build a little triangle tripod there. So it's completely removable. So if I'm just cruising around town for a long while, don't have a wheeling trip coming up, I can easily take the tire out, take that carrier out because it's all bolted down with nuts welded on the underside of the tub, and I have an even cooler look and not have to worry about the tire getting stolen or anything. Got about, what, 4.5 weeks till the trip?
Can we make it?
Fingers crossed, guys.
We got this. The sub is not running right. The school bus has not been touched, aside from the seats being removed. Luckily, both have backup Jeeps.
Yeah.
And there you have it, folks. Cage is removed and all welded. Thanks to our boy Troy Dillon of Dillon Race Cars. And he actually got pretty much everything welded inside the Jeep. I just had to touch up maybe half an inch here, half an inch down there in that pipe. But he pretty much got everything in there, so that's good. So now Grant's gonna have to wire wheel some of the rusty spots on here just from sitting in the moisture, and then it'll be ready to go straight to powder coat. Now if you are building the roll cage, you need to decide what you're going to do the first time you paint it. If you're going to hand paint it, do that. If you're thinking, okay, I'll spray paint it once, then get it powder coated in the future, you don't want to do that because it is ridiculously expensive to get tubing sandblasted. Because the problem is that it's a curved surface wastes the most material when you're sandblasting. So something like this, I wouldn't even want to know what it would cost. So do it right the first time, just be done with it. So really looking forward to seeing how this bad boy turns out.